Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Stasis Bone Totem, where the boning hour is nope. Heard it as soon as I said it. I apologize. Welcome back to Stasis Bone Totem, where things are going to be creepy and scary and probably not very funny. So I guess let's all just enjoy the stupid thing I just did before we head into what is sure to be kind of a nightmare. I'm just lightening the mood. On purpose, obviously. Oh, okay. That door was this door. Cool. Well, I mean...
I'm here, Charlie.
That's the good news.
Moses. I need you to override the terminal inside the big metal ball. Can you do that?
I am a smart bear now.
True story. I'm actually gonna... Are these the audio levels I had yesterday? I don't know. I'm gonna turn the master down one more. Apologies, friends. Okay.
This place is not safe or happy. Children should not play here.
That feels like too much down.
I do not like water. In water you are powerless.
I know, little guy. I know. You can do it. You're brave and strong.
I am brave and strong.
Should Charlie be in here while this is happening? I feel like... I mean, the game's probably not going to let us doom ourselves, right? Or if it does, if we do doom ourselves, we'll get a fun death cutscene, and then, yeah, it's probably fine. Well, let's just bear it up.
Connection secure. Attempting firewall override.
Charlie, computer says doors are open. I'm heading your way.
Okay, roger that.
Yeah, we kind of all need to go down together, right? Okay, so the door on the roof, in theory, has now opened the rest of the way. Indeed it has.
I'm inside. This place is leaking bad.
Seem intact?
It's solid. Kane built it like they build everything. To last.
With regular maintenance. To last if it has regular maintenance. It is just too low now. That's awkward. I wish there was a spot that was like partway between those. I can figure it out on my own in between episodes, or maybe very quickly right now. I apologize. This is such a fiddly little just gonna try doing like this. Okay. We'll see how that does.
Rest in peace, Captain. May your mind reach the Nexus.
You really think he had a transcendence implant?
You never know.
That's interesting world building.
Those bodies. Maybe a shark attack?
Wounds are too uniform. Shark teeth rip the shit out of flesh.
Language, Mac.
What about that guy upstairs? The damage on him?
Yeah, that was something else. Intentional. Maybe someone lost it. You know, went psycho.
Honestly, at this point, that's like the most comforting possible theory.
I don't think we should be doing this. We don't have any idea where this thing goes.
It goes down.
You know what I mean.
I'm not going back to the boat. You can leave if you want to, but I'm staying.
God damn it, you take too many risks too easily.
And you don't fight hard enough for things that are important.
Okay.
Mac, this one time, will you just trust me? We're all we've got left.
We're all we've got left.
Fine. Okay. Okay.
There is a lot of stuff that ain't this that is surfacing in the middle of this. Well, whatever, it's fine. It's not like this is a situation where we really need to be focusing and at our best. this is just sort of all of my fears all at once here. Real bad, horrible time, actually. Why did I think this would be a good idea?
This thing just keeps on going.
Have we ever been this deep?
Deep.
Yeah, the Crozier was close.
Not by half. That was under an ice shelf.
Deep?
I love that job. It's good, clean salvage. In and out, no surprises. No bodies.
We are deep.
Yes. There are bodies. We've worked with bodies before. So far, there's been
So
nothing.
far.
Why?
I'm sorry, Mac, but you know I'm right. You know without this, we're at a dead end. We won't be able
Are
to.
we underwater?
Just for a little while, Mose.
I do not like water. In water you are powerless.
At least the bear gets it.
Oh. Okay, well at least this little crab friend is here to brighten our, whatever time of day it is. Because there's no way to tell down here. So because we're not familiar with the world beforehand, we don't know for sure if that is a totally unprecedented discovery. But it probably is. Gosh, hopefully they're going to talk about it at least. I don't know if they saw it. I don't know if that was obvious from inside of the diving bell. Ugh. Don't much like the idea of there being a thing that big.
Warning. Docking bay depressurized. No atmosphere present. Warning.
Well, glad it told us. We'd be dead in 90 seconds in there.
Not just us. If there's no life support, does that mean there's no survivors?
Charlie Mac, I do not need life or support.
Lucky you.
Yes. Moses, go for it. See if you can pressurize everything out there.
How am I gonna get out without... Okay. Yeah, do not exit. Well, hold on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the only interactable. So yes, that's what we're doing.
Welcome to the Mule. You are now in the lobby.
A Yuka-Cola
This
machine.
would be the best game choice here.
No bodies. No one at all.
And it looks sealed off.
Where did everyone go? Someplace further in?
The wet floor here whispers of a neglected environment. Big fucking surprise. Who needs sleep when you have Yuka-Cola? Yuka is a tonic that can be used to alleviate a range of illnesses and neurological conditions, including fatigue, nausea, and smallpox. Why would you need it to... Did smallpox come back?
This is not
Oh.
safe for children.
Someone wanted food bad.
Can I, help myself to that? Sure, that'll be useful. Also, help myself to some cola. Purge expired Yuka paste. Patch jam. Call mule maintenance for assistance. Well, I mean, in theory, Mac could probably just... I'm not allowed to jam anything in there. Okay, the interaction circle is up there, so I guess I should try stuff, but I don't... This doesn't feel like a Moe's problem. Yeah, alright. It's like monster fangs. Holding it is scary. No, that's fair. There's not really a lot of safe ways to hold that thing. The diving bell juts ponderously out from its arrival dock, an immense mechanical boil, simultaneously a prison and protective haven. Over here we have the door control. The aluminum frame is grimy and scratched as if it had been yanked out of the wall in the past. However, the protective Duraglass panel has guarded the internal door mechanism. Is that Moe's whistling?
I hope you all had a great rest and are ready to tackle the week ahead. Remember, a curious mind gets results, so don't be afraid to ask questions and seek new opportunities.
Okay. I will try to do those things. So we got some locked doors. Let's have a look at the door controls here.
The glass is too thick for a bear. It needs a Mac.
Also, cool graffiti. I don't think I'm tall enough to interact with that properly anyway. The air filtration pump sits dead, its function having ceased for such a time that the atmosphere has been starved and strained of vital life support. You know, like breathable oxygen. Equipment and clutter were shoved aside with intent more concerned with clearing a path and less with hygienic cleanliness. The quantity of discarded wrappers, cans, and containers suggests that this facility was once heavily populated. Now the forsaken trash only magnifies the silent pall over the room. Well, I can crawl into the ventilation duct, I suppose. Probably.
Locked.
Keep looking, Mose.
My Charlie.
Huh. Okay, alright. This is interesting, but I don't know what to make of it just yet. Okay, this is the only interaction spot. And I mean, just like jamming stuff into it's not gonna help. I need to be able to unfasten whatever this is. Okay. Apparently sawing it works. I want to swing it around like a pirate sword. It's kind of fascinating the way that like Moe's allows them to inject like some childlike levity and also kind of like the feeling of a child adventurer into the thing without there having to be a motivator that would make it make sense for you to bring a child into such a situation, and without you feeling the kind of like heightened sense of danger that say a parent would feel playing this game if it was a real child character, which I know can be very intense for some people. Oh!
No, I do not like dogs. Charlie Mac.
Just push past it, it won't bite you.
I do not like dogs, Charlie.
He's terrified, Mac.
This dog is bad.
It's a toy. It doesn't get scared, not really. And through there's the only way to get us out of here.
And if he's ripped to shreds, then we're done.
You care about that thing too much.
This dog must be very hungry.
Okay, that scared the shit out of me. Also, there's no way for a dog to be alive down here. I think it's critically important to note. Shit, okay. Well, now that we've straightened out this thing...
Your debt is vital to us. So let's ensure we're all working hard to meet our goals and deliver on our commitments.
Bit on the nose. Alright, can I use this blunt thing to just... yeah. Oh, this dog is gonna have a stomach ache. I don't feel good about this. Provided it's a real dog. It might just be a machine. It almost has to be a machine. Hope was never allowed any because it was awful for her tummy. Well, it's expired. It's awful for everyone. Hold on. I want to see other people's... descriptions of this thing. A premium soda mix paste, though I could never get used to the fizz. I used to mix many of these to keep going through the late nights. Add a smidge of scotch and the energy kicks like a mule. Okay, so nobody has anything to say about the fact that it's expired and probably dangerous.
Eat. Bad dog.
And then the dog just backs off to enjoy its prize somewhere, and we have to hope we never run into it again. The tube-like passageways of the maintenance tunnel traverse through both rock and architecture, a necessity for maintenance, though a claustrophobic fit for any adult human to crawl through.
I do not like tight places, Charlie.
Sure like complaining, though, huh, Bear?
You're doing great, Mose.
Bad smells. Dead smells.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of that down here. This twin device controls gas flow in the atmosphere as part of the mule's life support system. The optimal gas mix is critical for human survival in this deep-sea installation. Okay. Huh. I'm not sure why the recording died there. Let's take a quick Steam screenshot of this thing. And so what is that? Hydrogen 49, xenon 2, oxygen 1, helium 50, nitrogen 3. Don't bother with that, I guess. These buttons do anything? They do. I don't know what to make of them, though. Also, this handle's broken. I don't think you should chew on that. That's no good. Alright. Let's see what's this way. Ugh. A breeze is gently blown through the vent grill. It smells like stale, greasy hair and dust. Ugh. Oh good, there's blood all over everything too. Well, I don't really know what to make of that. Mose, do you have the strength to just bash it open? No, not really. I mean, we don't want... Oh, I really don't want any of the other characters to have to come through here. Let's see what's this way. Small puffs of smoke occasionally discharge out from the finger-like mold growth, projecting a robust, sickly scent, the minute contractions simulating an unsettling impersonation of respiration. Gross. Really, really gross. Oh my god, there's so much vent here. So, the other side of the regulator. The hydrogen's at 69%. Well, that's not right. Hold on, let me grab my screenshot. Just put this over here. We want that to be more in the neighborhood of 49. No, I don't want plus though. How I minus? I guess adjust the other parts of the thing, right? So like the helium should be way up. And if I drive the helium up, it's going to effectively reduce the percentage of the other stuff in the mixture. No, it's not. This isn't a percentage in the mixture. It's a percentage of the amount that we can output. So the hydrogen's too damn high. How do I... The hydrogen and the oxygen are both reading higher than they're supposed to. I'm a little curious if there's no way to turn it back. Yeah, there's just two buttons. All right, friends, I'm gonna push this over the top. I'm gonna see if I can wrap it, and if it explodes and kills us, then I guess we're dead. No, okay, it does work. So, if I'm reading this correctly, we want our hydrogen to be 49. I appreciate that they let you just click through and they don't make you turn the crank every time. Oxygen needs to be at 1. That feels like a weird number, but I will do what it says. Okay, so we have the right numbers according to this on everything except we don't have any control of the xenon here, but maybe we'll get some. Thick, sticky veins of organic matter have grown along the ducts, a sordid emulation of the cabling worming between various ports and junctions. A cloying scent accompanies the growths, carried on swirling, ghostly fumes. Cool, fun. Oh, a PDA. Probably this person's PDA? Ugh, alright, we'll have a look at them in a second. Who are you? Bruno Correa, engineer. Not a person we've heard anything about so far. Mission successful. I managed to smuggle Missy into my quarters. I'm glad I forked out a few extra ration packs for a handbag breed. I figure I can walk her at night between shifts and stuff her down my overalls if anybody gets close. Yo, that's a really bad idea. What kind of animal did you bring down here? Construction is commenced on the exterior framework of the new site entrance. Fibrocrete fabrication will take about 2 months with the pre-built sections we have to work with. After the shell's been constructed, we can begin connecting the umbilical and draining seawater from the structure. Oh, Missy's outgrown her carry case. She is most definitely not a toy Pomeranian. Ever since we cut into the structure, I've been having bizarre dreams and waking up in a cold sweat with my eyes wide open. In the most recent vision, I'm lying paralyzed on a stone slab. I hear a growl and a grunt to my left, and then I see a naked crying child to my right. Suddenly my legs start burning, and I feel pressure on my prostate. Then I realize they're cutting me open from anus to chest. I look up and scream, but no sound comes out. Their cold eyes stare into my soul. Prefabrication, just right back to work stuff. Prefabrication took slightly longer than expected due to unidentified electrical interference, but we finished assembling the outer shell. The crew has dubbed it the blister. By my estimation, we'll begin draining the blister, so to speak, in early January. Note, several inspection drones went missing. They're not showing up on the mule roster. Review: Zombie Shark. One of Brian Henderson's less-known monster movies. A shark is brought back from the dead by waste runoff and wreaks havoc on a small seaside town. The practical effects aren't convincing, but they are fun. I've seen a shark with half its face missing, and Henderson took some creative liberties. Missy and I give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, listen, practical effects, in a horror movie in particular, I don't want convincing anywhere near as much as I want fun. The scrubbers have been bugging some of the welding units. I recommend they be deactivated until construction is complete. Furthermore, I'd like to report that Robert Follis has commandeered some company equipment, including UAVs and sample collectors, for personal use. Hijacked drones have repeatedly buzzed our construction site at dangerous speeds. And then an incident report. From the Mule Supervisory Board, Bruno was CC'd on this, so it went to multiple people. Mr. Bruno Correa suffered a minor injury today when a series of pipes burst on the blister. The violent pressure change in his suit resulted in a dual pneumothorax. The damage to his lungs is irreparable. A complete transplant has been scheduled and billed to his company account. Mandatory indentured debt obligation has been extended to 15 years until the principal has been repaid. Further investigation will be necessary, but the company has been indemnified as per Article 1287 of Mr. Correa's employment contract, because of course. We wish him a full recovery and a prompt return to his post. Personal log. I feel horrible. Missy was alone for 3 days until Milford rescued her. It's been 2 months since the accident, and I still can't sleep. Whenever I visit the dig site, I get the feeling I'm being watched. It's mostly quiet, but some nights I can hear something moving deeper in the temple. I've talked to Dr. Shaw about it. She says I'm suffering from trauma-induced hallucinations. Doctors never listen. I had strange dreams before the accident. At least I'm not alone down there. Sometimes Missy lets out a blood-curdling yelp, reminding me of Cujo with her raised hackles. Does she also sense the stirring below? A lot of personal logs in the near future here. Review, Insides Out 2. I only made it through a few minutes. The scene with the critter moving in the protagonist's belly really got to me. Unrealistic and gross, done exclusively for shock value. Again, in a horror movie, not always a bad thing really, but... the last of the Omega equipment has been transported into the temple. My contract's almost up. After that, Missy and I'll head to the surface for some much-needed R&R, and then we can begin chipping away at my debt. Lake isn't returning my calls. Neither is Lester. This is the second poker game they've missed. And come to think of it, Lake has a bounce in his step. I bet he's banging somebody on the mule. Me, I'm a one-lady man, and that lady has 4 legs. Okay, Bruno, it's clear what you mean, but you should think about the phrasing, you know? I yearn to have the waking dream again. It took some convincing, but Dr. Shaw finally prescribed me a Fat Man. You're supposed to take the drug orally, but I've heard it can produce realistic hallucinations when taken as a suppository, so that's the road my Fat Man will take. That's okay. Bingo, it worked. Time slowed. A rhythmic beat took my body to a new plane of existence as I was pulled from my mortal coil. I was on a granite slab again, but this time I spoke. I could understand the words of the song, and it was beautiful. Something crawled under my skin, into my heart and behind my eyes. The church bells chimed, and Jesus rose from the quivering mass of flesh. I was not scared, and it all felt so real. We headed straight for the ventilation shaft when the screaming started. And who would we find but Besegund? Maybe. He was releasing some kind of vaporized agent into the ventilation system while cackling like a deranged demon. He came at me with his fist balled up and beat me unconscious with the canister he was carrying. That was the last mistake he ever made. When I came to, I saw that Missy had torn his throat out of his neck. I must have inhaled a massive dose of whatever poison he was trying to circulate around the mule, because I passed out again. And when I woke up a few days later, my loyal pooch had eaten what was left of ties. So this looks Scandinavian to me, which I guess contextualizes this name. We're surviving on salvaged yucca paste. We have enough for a few months, or at least until the air purifiers give up or reset. I have no idea what the correct settings are, and Besegund damaged the equipment. I'm saying that wrong for sure. I'm sure the rescue team is close. I feel wrong. All I hear is a rhythmic beat, and it's driving me crazy. Are the children singing again? Their voices echo against the walls of my cranium. We are reaching for heaven. We must ascend. Missy is at my side. Her friendship is all that matters. Huh. Okay, so he seems to be packed full of the... Just running all the way into the corner in case of a VHS. He seems to be packed full of whatever fungus this is. The post-human form bursts outward in fungal bloom. A cavalcade of floral growths vomits from a rigid ribcage, cradling a delicate spine. Bizarre vegetation eagerly extends along the surrounding floor, a morbid garden fueled by a necrotic substance. I mean, it is pretty in its own way, you know. Oh, that's Missy. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let Missy eat for the moment. Just running around here. Alright, let's have a look at the body. Ooh.
Moses.
What in hell?
Is that human?
Hello?
The fucking heart is still beating, Charlie.
Language, Mac.
Those look like flowers? Some sort of vegetative growth?
Flowers. They float too.
Spores. There's spores coming off that thing. Moses, get away from it.
My Mac.
I mean, this isn't the first heart we've seen that was still sort of... And these plants are definitely the same kind of plants that were in the eyes of the body we saw upstairs. What is this? I don't know. It looks like there's something run through there. I can't actually interact with it. Let's try to pry it out, whatever it is. No. It's an adventure game. I'm just mashing objects on objects. Okay. It is pretty weird that the heart is still beating. A strangely large vine ripples like the sinews of a giant's arm, strangling the atmospheric control terminal. Well...
The central atmospheric monitoring system requires recalibration.
I can read. Thanks, Bear.
Huh. Yeah, there's not actually an interactable here. Well, I guess we're gonna have to find something else. Let's just be very careful. This dog's matted coat adheres to its body like a cream fur rug. Its ribs protrude like a xylophone, ready to play a heartbreaking melody. Oh, heartbreaking in more ways than one, I suppose. Okay, so... we've seen everything else out here. Right, yeah, that's the side of the regulator valve. Alright, let's see if we can get a little closer to the dog. Kind of curious what'll happen. Hi there. We're friends, right? I gave you food? Dog has no interest in me. Interesting that it doesn't perceive me as like a threat or anything right now. Okay, hold on. Let me run back around to here. Okay. So, what is wrong with this handle? These numbers must be wrong, I guess. Yeah, it says broken. It doesn't... I'm wondering if we can give it to Charlie. I'm going to pass Charlie all the objects real quick here. Charlie, what does your more grown-up approach tell you about this? Reasonably well-made and sturdy, so it's kept its shape despite the breakage. Solidly in the can probably jury-rig this onto something category. Mac, does it mean anything to you? Snapped off like a dry twig. Little more than a lazy man's doorstop now. Okay, he doesn't think it's solvable. But it's not clear to me, like, in what way it is broken, so I don't know what to do with it to fix it. And then there's this, which I don't have any idea what to do with, but it does seem like there's a, there's more vent beyond it. So if I could get it open, maybe I could, Any chance I can just jam a couple of these objects together? Ah.
We have a working handle.
Okay.
Plus.
I see. There was supposed to be like a crossbar so that it could be turned. Okay. That was really not clear to me. I'm glad it was clear to Charlie. Well, that being the case, let's plug that thing back on there and see what I can do with it. Okay. +1 + 10. So... I have no idea what these numbers need to be. Have we seen anything that would give us any idea? Maybe I missed a readout somewhere? Hold on. The valve on this side Doesn't have any readouts or anything. We saw everything on his PDA. Huh. Oh. There's a direction out of this room that I didn't even see. Interesting. A loud, persistent hum drones just beyond the iris portal, the vibrations of which drum and dance along with the nearby framework. Well, can I get it to open? No. It says no. Okay. So, I guess we know at least a little bit about how long this thing's been abandoned now. Because it's not so long that Misty starved. Misty was close to starving. But the dog is alive, and that tells us something. It gives us a window. Yeah, I don't know. I don't much like the idea of just jamming on 3 numbers until they line up in a way that we need them to. Gosh, let me step back outside. Make sure I didn't miss anything important. There's a ladder, but there's no way we're getting up there. A deliberate attempt to prevent access to the crawl space above? Maybe. It's a bunch of junk. There's this door control panel that we can't really interact with.
Is the journey of the self, through and back to the self. So let's focus on our personal growth and development and the company's success.
Bizarre. Okay, there's this, which I don't know what to make of. Probably should take a screenshot of that. That's probably worth having on hand. But yeah, I don't know what to do with that at all. There's no markings anywhere. Well, yeah, I can turn stuff up. Ah, bloody hell. There's nothing else on this screen is interactable. Inert gas scrubber, counter diffusion, sat decompression. All we have left at this point is a screwdriver. Hold on. Does the computer say anything right now? Ah, it does indeed. Okay, well that's useful. 20, 54, 26. Well, that's very inconvenient. That's going to require me to wrap some numbers. Okay, don't touch that. Okay, it wants this to be at 20. Okay. 20, 54, 26. Is that right? 20, 54, 26. Okay. So we've got as many things set correctly as I know how to set correctly. What does the atmospheric computer think of that?
Attention. Central atmospheric monitoring system has been calibrated. Attention.
Well, according to the diagram we saw on the wall outside, these could be good settings.
I will leave here soon.
Good work, Mose. Cleverest bear. Meet us back at the main lobby.
I am the cleverest bear.
You're making a monster here.
Let's not use that word so lightly in this place. Ooh. Okay, that's very, very bad.
What the hell just...
This place isn't as intact as I thought. Pressure differential caused it to buckle.
Shit.
Charlie Mac okay?
The diving bell's destroyed. There's no way back up.
Bigger issue is we're trapped, and it's flooding. What were you saying before? All calm beneath the surface.
Is Charlie Mac okay?
No, Moses. We're not. It's flooding in here. We need a way out.
Hold on, I think we definitely want to get both of them out of there. It's not clear to me why Mac was allowed to leave and Charlie wasn't. But okay, Mac, there's a control to a door here.
Break the glass.
Broken glass is dangerous, Mac.
Thank you, Moses. Ah, damn it. The control box is shorted.
You'll have to bridge the short.
Well, shit, pass me that screwdriver.
The handle won't stay down. The door won't stay open.
What are we...
You get through the door.
But...
I'll figure it out. Get through it. Go!
Okay, now we're allowed to move her out. Okay, just run through real fast. Okay, what floor? Oh god, there's remains.
Moses? Mac, can you hear me? God damn it.
Okay, really quickly, let's check if these remains have something to... What am I looking at here? An igniter of some kind, and... What is that? It's in excellent working order, but I can't put it back on there. I'm not allowed to click and like see how bad the situation is either. Can she interact with the door at all? Nope. Alright, we have some maps over here. This is probably not what I need right at this moment, but, you know, it's good for screenshots. I'm assuming we're still in...
You there?
Yeah.
Really?
Mac, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, don't get too excited. Still flooding in here. Running out of headspace fast.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Figure it out.
I'm hoping that I'm not missing stuff by not clicking around, but like, you know. Oh, right! The crawl space. Shit. Access. Well, I'm not allowed to interact with this in any way right now. What else do we have? There's a pressure management controller up here. Shoot, what did it say on the... Was it... It wasn't the same pattern as before, was it? Bottom, top, middle. Bottom, top, middle. Okay. Bottom, top, middle. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so... I need... 2, 1, 3... I hear you, Mac. I'm trying. So this needs to be... Okay, there has to be a gap there. 2, 2... The sound of Mac actively choking to death is really stressing me out. I mean, it's not great for him either, I'm sure. Okay, that's as far as that pattern goes. So... I I need a gap at the end, and then I need 2 here. Can I run this pattern? No, this pattern doesn't have any more gaps in it. Oh man, but they're actually, the patterns are really long. Okay. Ah, it's really close. That's very close. Okay, all 3 of them are going to have something in the 4th column, which means this blue is wrong. He's gonna choke to death. I feel real bad about it. I'm trying. Okay, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so this doesn't work. No, something else is still misaligned. So there must be a 0 there. There must be a 1 in the 4th space. 2, 1. Is this the left edge of this thing? No. Okay. Well, we definitely can't do it that way. Okay, that's got 2 green at the far end of it. The thing is, there are so many different patterns that could work here. It feels like, I don't know, maybe there's another piece of information that I'm missing that's like really obvious. But I don't know how to Alright, the blue's got to be wrong, right? I would have brute forced it by that point if the blue had been correct. I need to gain 1 in that position, so wait. This doesn't go far enough to the right. I do not think well when I am this stressed. Okay, how many legal positions are there for the blue one? Like 4. Okay. Let's say we think it's like that. The green's got to have a 1 in the 4th position and a 0 in the last position. Then this thing also has to have a 1 in the 4th position and a 0 in the last position. Okay, so this would require me to move that right. Mac, could you die quietly, please? I'm trying to work here. This is a problem. The shape at the front where it's 2 and 1 is consistently causing problems. Okay, we can walk a little bit more distance off of the blue, but if I do that, then... Alright, y'all, I am stressed the fuck out from this music, and I am not getting this puzzle, and it's making me feel very, very stupid. I'm assuming that there is an actual death coming, like that if you fuck around for long enough. Okay, sorry, hold on. There's a piece of paper down here that's trying to be helpful, and I'm too stressed out to look at it. So, okay. Oh, that's interesting. There is no double X. Right, the only pattern where we have 2 oranges together, you can't get them over there. So this must be referring to the green pattern. And then the blue pattern has a 1 there. Shoot. So the blue pattern, if I'm assuming this is the blue, how many patterns are there where there's a 1 in 1 and a 1 in 4 and also the last slot is empty? Like this works, right? And then that means I need to have Nope, these are not right. Oh, because the green one is... The green one... Yeah, the green one matches. Okay. It's just... There we go. There we go. I feel real dumb that it took me that long. Can I please swim over there? I was too stressed out to look around my environment. I was trying too hard on the thing. Okay, please let me in.
Maintenance requested.
Oh my god.
Moses.
Hello, Mac. Your situation does not seem fun.
Heard.
You're not wrong. Can you open this vent? I hit the maintenance request.
My Mac.
I actually don't know. I actually don't know if I can do that.
Routine maintenance is important.
Okay, Jesus.
Not bad, Bear.
Mac, I am glad you are not dead.
More than just a toy, isn't he?
You may have a point.
Where are you?
I think, an escape pod bay. Looks sealed, though. Give me a second here.
Ugh. Apologies if that was frustrating watching me trying to solve it without the hint, but I was feeling stressed out when I sat down here today. All right, that's definitely got to be it for us for today. I am out of time, and also when you come back next time, hopefully I will notice all of the hints that I am given, and we'll see you then.